fast, and then occasionally I'll just Hello, Gator Nation. This is Kerry Hauver. I'm here at the gym in Port Allegany as Port Allegany gets set to host Northern Potter. This will be the second time that they've played. The last time was at Northern Potter. Port Allegany won that game 49-41. They were down 18-9 after the first quarter. They were tied at 20 at the half and ultimately came back and won 49-41. In that contest, Austin Hamilton paced the Gators with 16 points. Julian Capel had 14. Alex Schott had 7. Braden Babcock had 6. Derek Smith had 5. And Alex Smith had 1 point. And for Northern Potter, Wyatt Bliss had 15 points. Noah Sherman had 7. Dante Hotelling had 7. Cameron Martin had 5. Caden Hoops had 4. And Reese Elmadollar had 3. So just about a minute until we do the national anthem. It'll be myself, Kerry Hauver, and Dan Funk with the call tonight. We've got David Bartlett as the technical director. We've got a newcomer to the crew, Connor Valentine, is going to be running the mid-court camera. And we're going to have a new camera down on the floor. It's going to be Levi Howard is going to be getting some different shots for us on the floor. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll turn it over to Mr. Lawton, the public address announcer. So it looks like they're going to do the national anthem before the varsity game. Looks like for the Gators, it's going to be Julian Capel, Alex Schott, Derek Smith, Austin Hamilton, and Braden Babcock as the starters. And for the visiting Northern Potter Panthers, looks like it's going to be number 2, Noah Sherman, number 13, Owen Daniels, number 25, Blake Risser, number 30, Cameron Martin, and number 12, Dante Hotelling. So we'll get started here from Port Allegany. We thank you for joining us tonight. Looks like Port Allegany controls the tip. Julian Capel over to Austin Hamilton, who drives up off the glass. Derek Smith with a rebound. Over to Capel. Defended by Owen Daniels. Over to Schott. Screen by Babcock. Schott drives. Off the mark, back to Schott, who drives and up for 2. Yeah. Looks like the Gators are going to apply some pressure. Sherman breaks the press pretty easily there. Looks like the Gators are in a man-to-man set. It's going to be Gator ball. So it'll be key for the Gators. Like I said in the pregame, they got down 18-9 after the first quarter last game. So we'll see if they can. So Northern Potter gets a quick 2 there. We'll see if they keep pressuring. Yeah, just like that, it's 4-2 Northern Potter. Port Allegany's got to take care of the ball. If they can break the press, looks like they have an opportunity here. Goes off the Gators. It's going to be Northern Potter ball. Looks like the Gators are going to keep up the press as well. So Noah Sherman with the ball. Inside to Martin. He drives by Babcock. Up, and he's fouled. So, Dan, we've talked about fouls every game. It's a little different this year. Once you get to 5 fouls in a quarter, it's automatic 2 shots.
Absolutely. And Port Allegany started off right away with it.
The first shot by Cameron Martin is up and good. Northern Potter out to a 5-2 lead. Gators have to take care of the ball. And the second one is good. 6-2 Northern Potter. Port Allegany inbounds. If they look up, looks like they've got the advantage.
and called for a travel there.
Yeah, it looks like the Gators a couple times have had the advantage, and if they can just take care of the ball, they've
just overplay is right. He's a right-handed and doesn't seem to have much of a left.
So they've got him stopped. See if they can get a
10 seconds.
Good defense by the Gators. Forces the turnover. So we'll see what kind of defense Northern Potter sets up here. Looks like man-to-man. Capel with the ball. Comes off the screen by Babcock. Little pick and roll.
A little strong on that bounce pass.
Northern Potter gets it. Looks like it's going to stay Northern Potter ball. I think if the Gators could just slow it down and take care of the ball, it'd be better shape here.
Yeah, eliminate the rushing, because that seems like they're in a hurry-up offense for some reason right now. Well, I admit seeing the open passing lanes is crucial. It's just sometimes it causes too many errors.
So the shot is up and off the rim. Northern Potter with the offensive rebound, and a three-point shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Hamilton, who pushes it up the floor. Looks like he's going to have a open shot. And he scrambles on the floor with Cameron Martin. It's going to be a jump ball. It's a good hustle by Hamilton. Wanted to make the layup there, but he at least made up for a little bit by getting a jump ball situation. Braden Babcock picks up the loose ball. Port Allegany will push it up the floor, 6-2. See if the Gators can get something started here, Dan.
Derek Smith with a nice little driving layup.
Yep, he does a good job driving to the hoop. Sometimes initiates contact. Ooh, another turnover by the Gators. Julian Capel up off the glass for two. It's 6-6, just like that. Shows you what pressure can do. So Northern Potter gets it across half court. Back to Sherman. Defended by Capel. Over to Owen Daniels, inside to Sherman. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Derek Smith, who's fouled by Sherman. That'll be the first foul for Northern Potter.
And Northern Potter in a high trap. Right now you skip, yep.
He can almost flip it over his head here.
And then right down to Babcock, who's waiting underneath the hoop.
Yeah, Northern Potter had 4 across half court there.
Actually 4 in the top 1/3.
Yeah. So 8-6, Port Allegany with a lead now. Sherman pestered by Capel. Off Sherman, and it's going to be Port Allegany ball.
And it looks like a full line change is coming in for the Panthers.
Yep, 5 in, 5 out. Some fresh bodies coming in for Northern Potter. Gators keep their starting unit in. Hamilton back to Capel, back to Hamilton. Try not to get a 10-second call here. Good hustle by Northern Potter. Wyatt Bliss knocks it out of bounds. The remaining Gator ball.
One thing that the Gators weren't doing on that press break was flashing someone's center, because that was wide open for opportunity.
Yeah. Good shot by Braden Babcock. Makes it 10-6 Port Allegany. Yeah, you're right, Dan. If you know, as a defense, you're trying to filter everything up the sides and trap. But the break a press, if you can, it's picked, stolen by Alex Schott, who goes up with the left hand off the glass, and it's
nice
good.
Little layup. Yeah, because if you filter to the outside, you have a third defender for a trap, which is the outside line, the baseline or sideline.
Sideline's your friend on defense.
And flashing to the middle, that takes that away, and that collapses huge, and then that frees up the sides.
So Port Allegany with a 12-6 lead. They take Derek Smith out, and looks like Capel, and Liam Hauver's in, and Alex Smith is in. 3-point shot by Northern Potter, off, rebounded by Babcock. Over to Shot in the corner with a 3, and it is good.
Oh, nice shot from Shot.
Yeah, nice shot there by Alex Shot. He's been working on his 3-pointers. Alex Smith with a rebound up to Hamilton, who pushes it up the floor. Doesn't have the numbers. He settles back, flips it back to Shot, over to Hauver. Thinking inside maybe to Babcock. Off the glass. It goes over the backboard.
I will say if Hauver actually, I don't know if you saw it, but the defense backed off of him and gave him the baseline. He could have just turned back around and did a reverse layup.
Yeah, thought maybe he had an opportunity there. So Caden Hoops brings the ball up for Northern Potter. That's a good basketball name. Over to number 1, Reese Elmadollar, fouled by Austin Hamilton. And that'll be the Gators' second team foul. 1:22 left to play here in Port Allegany. Who's coming in now, Dan?
Julian Capel.
So Capel's in, Hamilton's out. It's going to be Northern Potter ball.
Hamilton's definitely not happy with his performance out there.
So a 3-point shot by Northern Potter off the mark. Kind of a weird bounce there. Capel brings it down. Goes off the ref, back to Capel. Just a little bit of everything here in this sequence. Back to Babcock, who shoots the jumper.
Banked off. We got everything here happening over on this play.
Just the way Babcock drew it up. So Reese Elmadollar, defended by Hauver, who back to Devin Kicklighter, to Wyatt Bliss, who's fouled. So that'll be 3rd team foul on Port Allegany. It's a fast-paced game, Dan.
It certainly is.
What was it? The Port Allegany was down 6-2. Was it 6-2 or just 4-2?
6-2.
6-2. Now it's 17-6, just like that.
15-point run for the Gators.
So we've got Wyatt Bliss at the line, makes his first shot. Derek Smith back in, Alex Shot out. Coach Garzell keeping the team fresh. Wyatt Bliss's second shot is good. So it's 17-8 Port Allegany as Luck comes in, gives Braden Babcock a break.
A little bit more of a speedier option for a lineup out there.
Yep. So 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Capel over to Luck. Stolen by Hoops. Up to Beezer, who's blocked by Hauver. And it'll stay Northern Potter ball. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So the Gators got to realize what hoop they're defending, and it didn't appear that they knew what hoop they were defending. And Northern Potter lays it in for a 2-pointer, makes it 17-10. So 20 seconds left to play here. Derek Smith with the ball over to Capel. Back to Hauver. 13 seconds left. Tries to get inside to Smith. Smith back to Alex Smith. Running out of time here. 5-4. And Hauver's blocked by, looks like Elmadollar. So 1.8 seconds left in the first quarter.
But hit while on the arm after the block. So he goes to the line for 2.
Yeah, so Port Allegany was fortunate there to at least get a couple shots here. The first one is good by Liam Hauver, makes it 18-10. Second shot coming up. That one is good, 19-10. So Caden Hoops elects to just dribble it out. We'll turn it over to the cheerleaders. That was a hectic first quarter. Port Allegany in the lead, 19-10.
Well, Kerry, it looks like the starting 5 are going to be coming back in because I saw a bunch of them head over to it. What do you think both teams are going to require to kind of either stretch their lead or get back in the game?
Well, to start out the game, Northern Potter's pressure was working, and that created the first 2 buckets for them. But then Port Allegany was able to get under control and break the press and get some, advantages the other way. So, we'll see if they keep the press on. Port Allegany on the flip side, it seemed like their press was working as well. So we'll squeeze in the cheerleaders here. That was Lily Babcock, Ashlyn Baker, Alexis Bennett, Jersey Gamut, Lillianne Reed, Mila Senna, and Savannah Hart, coached by Terry Austin and Alexis Reed. So is Northern Potter in a zone, looks like?
In a 1-3-1, it looks more or less, or is it 3-2?
Capel tries to force it into Smith. Sherman defended by Capel. Hotelling to Daniels, back to Sherman.
Nice block by Alex Smith.
Yeah, nice move by Cameron Martin, but nice block by Alex Smith. Derek Smith takes it to the hoop, and he's going to get called for the travel. So our man on the floor, Levi Howard, is getting some interesting shots here down on the floor. Kind of experimenting here tonight. Northern Potter ball. Looks like the Gators are in. Well, they still look like they're in man.
The Gators are definitely in a man defense.
Some travel by Northern Potter. So I can't watch the monitor here, but if you see some on-the-floor shots, those are courtesy of Levi Howard. We appreciate Connor Valentine joining the team. He's doing the mid-court camera.
Once again, Panthers, look at that high trap way up there. And now,
yeah, 4 guys, like we said, on the top third of the court.
Definitely makes a difference.
So Hauber with the ball up top, over to Luck, inside to Smith. Derek Smith with a nice move, up and good. Nice little post move by Derek Smith.
Hamilton overplaying Shepherd's right side.
Yeah. Stolen by Hamilton. So it's going to remain Port Allegany ball. Yeah, Austin's got a couple steals there, just not able to finish at the other end, but.
Well, he's a fast player up and down the court, and he may be just carrying a little too much speed through that ball.
So Luck's pass is intercepted by Wyatt Bliss. Goes off Northern Potter. It's going to be Port Allegany ball. 5:23 left to play. Port Allegany in the lead, 21-10. We thank you for joining us here on the Gator Network. So the fouls reset, Dan, as we were talking about.
Yep.
So Port Allegany called with the travel there, Liam Hauver. So it's going to be Northern Potter ball. Yeah, Hamilton's really pestering Noah Sherman there out top.
And that's third, Hamilton's third.
Third, wow.
With a lot of game left, which means more than likely we won't see him till mid-third, maybe fourth quarter.
Yeah, he made a nice block, but got him with the body. I'm going to take a peek here at the monitor, see what kind of shots Levi Howard's getting. First one is good by Noah Sherman. So that cuts the Gator lead to 10.
Take a look up there in the booth, folks, and you're going to see the beautiful Dan Funk and Carrie Hauver announcing this game.
Nice rebound by Nopo. Smith just turns right into Nopo and gets tied up for a jump ball.
Yeah, good job by Devin Kicklighter to get the jump ball there. It's going to be Northern Potter ball.
When you're a getting a defensive rebound like that, those are the horrible ones because you do everything right, you keep it high, and you just turn around and, oh, hey, there's a guy.
So 3-point shot by Northern Potter off the mark, rebounded by Hotelling. That 2-pointer's good, cuts the lead to 8. Capel into Luck.
Skips the ball, but that was telegraphed.
Hotelling with the steal, off the mark, back to Capel. Back to Hauver, back to Capel. Back to Smith, who drives to the hoop. And it's good.
I don't know if you saw that. Smith actually drew a triple team, which was unusual.
So that gets the Gator lead back to 10. So Kicklighter tries to flip it over to Daniels, and it goes out of bounds. A couple subs here, Dan. Who's coming in?
Looks like Braylon Babcock and Alex Schott for the Gators.
Okay. So our man Levi Howard is coming down to our end. Going to get some fresh shots down here. The Gator hoop. People are looking at him like, what's going on here? I've never seen this. We appreciate Levi Howard, Connor Valentine for assisting with the broadcast tonight. If you're a student out there and you're watching, we could really use your help. We need camera people. We could probably work you in on announcing. Dan and I will step aside and give you a shot.
Take a break. Sometimes the voice gets a little crackly.
So 4 minutes left to play. Stolen by Hotelling up to Sherman. Off the glass, no good. Derek Smith with a rebound. Port Allegany ball going the other way. Skip pass over to Schott. Nice drive by Schott. Looks like they're going to let him play, I guess. All right.
Well, that was an unusual run right in and not see anything. Okay.
Thought we might see a jump ball, but 3-pointer's no good. Babcock with the rebound. Coach Garzell's going to call a timeout and slow things down a little bit.
And as Luck is checking back in.
Yeah, that was a hectic little sequence there.
Still, without a doubt, both teams need to keep control of the turnovers. That is definitely crucial.
Yeah, I don't know if we did the keys to the game, but the keys to any game are taking care of the ball, winning the battle of the boards. I think those two things are almost any game. You can say that's the key to the game.
Definitely.
So it's Port Allegany 23, Northern Potter 13. 3:24 left to play here in the first half. Northern Potter's going to press. Capel bringing it up. It's going to be a push on Sherman. I think that's his second. I guess we'll see here in a second. Yep, that's Sherman's second. One team foul for each in the second quarter. Sherman's going to take a break. In comes Caden Hoops. Capel with the ball up top, back to Hauver, looking inside to Babcock. Thought Babcock had an opportunity with Luck cutting the other way. Stolen by Capel, back to Smith, who goes with a skip pass over to Luck. Back to Capel, who's going to drive up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Bliss, up to Daniels. So Port Allegany with an opportunity there. .238 left to play. Northern Potter passes it inside, a little give and go. Back to Kicklighter, who drives, 2 points. Good drive by Kicklighter. Capel's trying to push it up the floor. Only an 8-point lead here for the Gators. I think maybe if they could just slow things down. Don't feel like they're in such a rush.
The other thing I noticed is that the Panthers are definitely pulling up higher. The Gators' man defense seems to be slipping just a little bit.
So good drive there by Owen Daniels, cuts the lead to 6. Port Allegany throws it up to Babcock. They had an advantage. Capel is going to travel. So it's going to be Northern Potter ball, just over 2 minutes left to play. 6-point lead for Port Allegany. They're looking to trap here in the corner.
Or overpress them.
So they inbound it to Hotelling. Over to Daniels. Inside to Wyatt Bliss. Will give and go to Hotelling, and they're going to say he traveled. Kind of like that play.
That wasn't bad. Nice little give and go and hook around the screen.
So Liam Hauver's going to bring the ball up for the Gators. Kicks it over to Asluck. Looks inside to Babcock. Back to Hauver. Hauver flips it down to Capel on the baseline. Skip pass to Luck. Back to Derek Smith in the corner, who's going to drive the baseline. Back to Babcock. Babcock's feeling it today. That one's no good, but he gets his own rebound. Hauver with a drive, and he is fouled. So Liam Hauver's going to go to the line. I think he made his first 2 foul shots. A little better foul shooter than his dad was.
Do you happen to remember his statistics?
You remember Shaq's statistics? Very similar. So Hauver's first foul shot is no good.
So he was a bricklayer when he was younger, huh?
His dad was, yeah. So Northern Potter subs in 3. Get some fresh bodies in here.
Still hold on to that 7-point lead.
Hauver's second shot is good.
Makes it an 8-point lead.
So Northern Potter ball here. You're going to see a 3-pointer from Reese Elmadollar. Good rebound by Caden Hoops. That shot's no good. Derek Smith with the ball. 55 seconds left. Capel looks ready to go. Over to Luck. Back to Smith with a 3-point shot. Good.
Hits that one.
Just when the Gators needed it, that extends the lead to 10. Capel is going to give you all he has here. All over Caden Hoops. Dante Hotelling with the shot.
Luck with
Luck.
And Smith was trying to get it up to Babcock, but Babcock turned around the other direction.
Yep, trying to force it in there. 12 seconds left here. 3-point shot by Hoops. Back to Elmadollar with a 3. Off the mark. There's Smith with a Hail Mary.
And that was a valid pitch, too.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Krantz down here doing his job, and ball comes flying at him.
Happened to be looking at our little replay of it, see if it was caught. Oh, didn't see that, but.
So at the half, Dan, Port Allegany with the lead, 27-17. I think Dan Schott's going to text us up some statistics so we kind of know what happened here. I think we'll take the headsets off and take a break. We'll see you in the second half. All right, we are back here in Port Allegany. This is Kerry Hover with Dan Funk. Port Allegany Junior Varsity basketball action. We have Port Allegany hosting Northern Potter. 2 minutes to go in the half. Port Allegany in the lead, 27-17. We're going to get ready to start the second half here in just a little bit. We thank you for tuning into the Gator Network. Tomorrow night, we have a special broadcast where you're going to be in Smethport. We're taking the show on the road over to Smethport. Thank you to the superintendent over there, Bryce Benson, for allowing us to broadcast over there. That's going to be a wrestling match. As you know, Port Allegany and Smethport have co-opted for wrestling for the last couple years, and they do one home match in Smethport. So that's going to be a special broadcast for us. Dr. Andrew Young is going to be the announcer for the Gator Network. David Bartlett, as always, will be the technical director, and Jason Stake will be running camera as well. Then on Friday, we're going to be back here, another boys game, as Port Allegany hosts Cameron County. We're going to have a full squad that night. There's going to be all 6 of us, so we're going to try to get as many different camera angles as we can get for you. And then on Monday, it's going to be a girls' home game as they host Galton, and Jill Stuckey is going to be the announcer for the Gator Network, and it'll be all hands on deck for that game as well to see who else we can get to help out. So we appreciate you tuning in. Looks like the crowd's starting to filter in a little bit here for the start of the varsity game coming up. All right.
Alex Schott with 7. Braylon Babcock with 6. Liam Hover with 3. And Julian Capel with 2. And we're currently shooting right around 50% from the field.
Okay.
Northern Potter, on the other hand, is 6 for 24. I'm never really good at math that fast.
25%.
Fantastic. See, we got a math genius over here talking on here.
Well, I was educated at Port Allegany High School, so I give all the credit to the teachers that I had back then, so thank you. All right, we're ready to start here in Port Allegany. Start of the second half. Capel, Hamilton, Schott, Babcock, and Derek Smith, the starting lineup for the Gators. Capel with the ball, back to Hamilton. Hamilton looks like he traveled. So it's going to be Northern Potter ball going the other way. Thank you for the stat update. Friend of the Gator Network, Dan Schott, keeps stats for the game, so we appreciate him sharing that data with us. Northern Potter ball. Sherman defended by Capel. So Northern Potter ball, they get it into Martin. Back to Daniels with a three-point shot. Braden Babcock tracks down the rebound. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton drives, kicks it over to Schott for the 3, and it's good. That's the second three-point shot for Alex Schott. That's a nice part of his game that he's added this year. So Cameron Martin drives to the hoop, and he's fouled with an and 1, so he's going to go to the line to try to make it a three-point play.
And that is a quick 4th foul on Austin Hamilton right away. Austin is not having a great day for fouls at all. He seems to be very aggressive and frustrated.
So Martin's shot is no good, but it is rebounded by Northern Potter. Shots up. So the referees are trying to sort things out here.
That's on Port Allegany. Babcock with a shove on it in back.
Okay. So 11-point lead for the Gators. Sherman with a shot. Smith with a rebound. See what the Gators come up with here in the second half. Derek Smith with the drive, kicks it over to Shot, back to Capel for the 3, off the mark. Thought Babcock had a shot at it there, but Northern Potter tracks it down. Sherman brings it up over to Daniels. Inside, stolen by Capel. Capel drives to the hoop, off the rim and no good.
Pokes it out.
Capel with a dive.
Julian definitely gives 100%, that's for sure. 110% actually.
Yeah, you never have to question his effort. He's going to leave it all out there. Derek Smith almost with the steal there. Pokes it out of bounds. Daniels is going to inbounds to Sherman. Inside the kick lighter who goes up, and it is good.
Nice little reverse layup there. Those are tricky to actually master.
So the Gators push the ball up here. Derek Smith drives. Off the glass, no good.
And that's a frustration foul, I think, from Smith.
So that's going to be the 3rd team foul on the Gators in the 3rd quarter. Lead cut to 9. Looks like Port Allegany is going to pressure with Capel and Hauver up front. Thought maybe they'd trap Sherman there. Sherman comes down, shoots the 3. Off the mark, tracked down by Martin. To kick lighter. Rebounded by Derek Smith. Back to Smith, thought about the 3, over to Hauver, who drives and
spins, but gets caught up with a reach.
Thought they were going to get him with the travel there, but it's going to be the 1st team foul on Northern Potter. That goes against Hotelling. It looks like Martin's going to get a break. In comes Wyatt Bliss. Port Allegany inbounds to Derek Smith. Off the glass, good.
Panthers left Derek Smith all alone, and Derek just walked right up in front and said, hey, I got a present sitting here waiting for me.
Always got to protect the hoop on an inbounds play, as you know. So Bliss drives to the hoop, and he's fouled, I think, by Derek Smith. That's going to be,
I think it's 4th team foul. I think that's his 2nd team for confirmation. Oh, 1st.
1st, okay.
Really? I don't know if that's actually right, because I know he got called for a foul down there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wyatt Bliss's first shot is good. Caden Hoops back in. Noah Sherman going out. Wyatt Bliss's 2nd shot. No good. Rebounded by Alex Schott.
Panthers are definitely chipping away at the lead here.
So Derek Smith with a 3 ball. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Northern Potter ball. Who's coming in over here, Dan? Number 25. So Blake Risser's in. Dante Hotelling's out. Hauver tips it to Capel, who has an acrobatic
attempt.
Yeah. So Daniels, that looks like it's off kick lighter. Nope, they're going to say it goes off the Gators. There's a wild little sequence down there. Capel tried to get himself on the highlight reel.
It was a nice little fantastic flopping around.
So kick lighter with a shot. Ooh. Babcock tracks it down. Looks like Port's varsity team's heading in to get ready for the varsity game coming up. I wouldn't leave Alex Schott alone. He's already made 2. Nice ball movement by the Gators. Kick lighter with a block.
Seemed like a very aggressive and thorough defensive attack. The Panthers have definitely stepped up their defense this half.
Yeah. 3:08 left to play here in the third quarter. Shot inbounds to Derek Smith. Thought he got it on the wrist there, but it's going to remain Gator ball. Or no? It's going to be
a timeout by Nopo.
So just a couple reminders here. The Gator Network will be traveling tomorrow night at Smethport for the home wrestling match. Friday night we'll be back here in Port Allegany for the boys' home game against Cameron County. That'll be a tough matchup. And then on Monday we'll be here again. The girls host Galton. So we hope if you can't make it to the game, we hope that's your first option, is if you can come to the game and cheer the team on in person, please do. But if you can't make it for whatever reason, we are here for you to bring the action to you. So shot inbounds. Tried to get it into Derek Smith there, poked out of bounds by Kicklighter. The inbounds again here.
Getting real close to that 5 seconds. Nice backdoor by Julian Capel.
Nice ball movement. So 12-point lead. That might be the biggest lead Port Allegany's had. Thinking back to the first quarter.
And Braylon Babcock with a reach in, which appears to be the team's 5th foul.
Yeah. So as we talked about before, if this is one of your first games watching high school hoops this year, 5 fouls in a quarter triggers an automatic 2 shots. That was Babcock's 3rd foul.
And this rule isn't just exclusive to Pennsylvania either. It's also New York State.
Is it?
I'm not sure how many other states, but I do know New York State also has the same rule. So I'm not sure if it became a national rule or not.
So Wyatt Bliss's first shot is good. Alex Smith comes in for the Gators. What is the, I know we don't have a shot clock in Pennsylvania. What's the shot clock in New York State, do you know?
35 seconds.
35, okay.
Which, realistically, when you're actually out there and the balls move around, you don't realize exactly how much time you actually take.
So Hauber passes it over to Smith. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, that's fine. But when you actually start set up and run a play, you normally burn off about 10 seconds just to get a clock just to play going. And that clock can really sneak up on someone.
So in the NBA, it's 24. In college, it's 30.
High school's 35.
35, okay. So Alex Smith's shot is no good. It's back to Northern Potter. 12-point lead here for the Gators. Good pressure by the Gators. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Gator ball. So, Dan, some people may not know that you're from Maine originally.
Yes.
Played your high school basketball back there. What high school did you attend?
Caribou High School. It's one of the northern parts of northern Maine. At the time, it was considered a Class A school.
Okay.
So it's a decently sized school. And very cold winters up there.
I bet.
Definitely one of the reasons why I moved further south.
This is balmy weather down here.
I know.
This is Maine.
Anything above 32 is tropical zone. Alex Smith with a nice bank on that free throw.
Yeah, so Alex Smith gets himself back to the line for the second time, banks the first shot in.
And, statistically, I've actually seen some stats from NBA players and overseas players that are actually taking that up as a principle, and they're actually increasing their shot percentage by almost 20%.
Purposely banking it in?
Purposely banking it in. And because of that increase in shot percentage, they're actually performing and contributing more to the team.
Interesting. Shot is off the glass by Blake Risser. Reese Elmadollar with a 3-point attempt, tracked down by Schott. Gators with a 13 lead, continue to push it. Shot off the glass, no good. Alex Smith trying to track it down. Hamilton to Hauver for the 3. It is good. So that extends Port Allegany's lead to 16.
I see Austin Hamilton had come back in. He's got to be careful for the Gators as he has 4 fouls.
So Martin drives back to Hayden Beezer with a 3-point shot. That was no good. So Hamilton drives, flips it over to Alex Smith, draws the contact, and he's going back to the line for the 3rd time.
That's where big men always normally get their points from, right there at that free throw line.
I talked to Coach Garzell before the game to get the scoop on the last time these guys played, and I think he said Port Allegany was 17 for 34 at the line against Northern Potter last time they played.
Which is a lot of points left on the court there.
So Alex Smith's first shot was good. Second one's good as well. 18-point lead for Port Allegany. Stolen by Hauver. It is, they're going to say that one off of Hauver. It's going to be Northern Potter ball.
Feniger comes in.
Inside to Martin, defended by Alex Smith. Good take by Martin.
Trying to solo, 1v1 is more of a clear out with a high post.
So Hauver with the ball at the top of the key, 32 seconds left. Might settle for the last shot here, maybe. Hamilton over to Luck. Drives the lane, jump stop. Off the rim, no good.
Feniger with the rebound, loses it, tries to dish it out, but intercepted by the Panthers.
Okay, good hustle play there by Brendan Feniger. 10 seconds left. Inside to Martin again. Off the glass and good. I think we're going to run out of time here in the 3rd quarter. Hamilton with the...
off the front of the rim.
Nice little attempt there. So the cheerleaders are coming out here between the 3rd and 4th quarter. Lily Babcock, Ashlyn Baker, Alexis Bennett, Jersey Gamut, Lillian Reed, Mila Senna, Savannah Hart. And they are coached by Coach Terry Austin and Alexis Reed. See Mr. Pat Krantz roaming the sidelines here, getting some nice pictures of the action. We appreciate Mr. Krantz for all he does.
He does travel for the Gators, too, and he volunteers a lot of his time doing this.
Yes, he does. He and Pam Fisher have devoted a lot of time over the years. Start of the 4th quarter here in Port Allegany. Port Allegany with a lead, 42-26, 16-point lead. Port Allegany with Feniger, Hauver, Alex Smith, Luck, Austin Hamilton.
Feniger gets that save from Alex Smith.
And before I forget, I want to shout out Connor Valentine. He's running the center court camera for us. It's his first time. He's doing an excellent job. Austin Hamilton drives the lane. No good. So Northern Potter going the other way. Nice rebound by Bliss. It's going to be off of Northern Potter. Our man Levi Howard under the hoop down there, waiting to get some good shots. Northern Potter looking to trap on the press here. Someone's got to be open. So Hauver blocks him, but he gets him with the body.
The Panthers are definitely, once again, playing in that high 1/3 trap defense where they're leaving one guy back to guard 2 people. And if the Gators can recognize that and get it over that high trap, that could be very crucial.
Devin Kicklighter with a shot. His first one is no good. He's going to have a second one coming up here. Second one is good. Cuts the lead to 15. They continue to press. Port Allegany's got to look down the court here. Ooh, they had it broke. They had Feniger.
They still have Feniger.
Blocked by Kicklighter, but yeah, if they looked up a little sooner, I thought they had Feniger underneath.
Because Kicklighter was still hanging out on the free throw line, and Feniger was down on the block. Plenty of time. Hover gets it poked out. Hamilton able to recover it.
.540 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Port Allegany with a 16-point lead. Alex Smith over to Hover. Looks like a little screen and roll action with Feniger. Hover thought maybe he'd flip it back to him. He does. No good.
Gets a deflection there, I think, off of Bus.
So Daniels driving the lane. Alex Smith defends, and he gets the rebound. Going the other way for Port Allegany. Thought he had Feniger again there. Ooh, thought maybe there was a travel. Another three-point shot by Hover. Tracked down by Alex Smith. Little circus shot.
Little hook there.
This might be a career high for Alex Smith. He's had, what, 3 at the line? Pair there.
A couple of layups, I do believe. He's got to be sneaking up in that team lead or point statistic.
Yeah, 44 team points for Port Allegany, but it's not like one guy's carried him.
Oh, it's definitely a contribution here and there. It'll be interesting to see what our friend Dan Schott has for the final statistics of unofficial items.
Good ball movement there by Hovers. Flips it over to Feniger for the two-pointer.
And I say that because those statistics don't come from the book, so these are definitely unofficial statistics, but we come as close as we can.
Yep. Sherman with a 3, off the mark. Rebounded by Wyatt Bliss, fouled by Alex Smith.
Yeah, long shots equal long rebounds.
Yep. Getting ready to start my travel ball season, so I'll be back and forth between travel ball for 5th and 6th grade and doing these games, and I was doing a little reading on rebounding, and like you said, long shots, long rebounds.
There's another long one.
So Caden Hoops shot the 3 there. Inside to Bliss, off the backboard, tracked down by Kicklighter.
Blocked by Hover. Rebounded by Hover. Up to Feniger. Feniger was not able to turn around in time for that fast break.
That is good by Owen Daniels. Basketball these days is back and forth, back and forth. Not a lot of slowdown time. So Hamilton's three-pointer's no good, tracked down by Kicklighter. He's had a pretty good game. He's been hustling down there.
And called for a sliding that pivot foot right there. Nice little travel. And number 30, number 1, and number 25 come in for the Panthers.
Cameron Martin, Reese Elmadollar, and would you say number 5? Or
number 25.
25, Blake Risser. So for the Gators, it's Hamilton, Hover, Feniger, Luck, and Babcock. Just under 3 minutes left to play. Good pick and roll there. Good pass by Luck into Babcock. Back out to Hamilton, who drives the hoop.
He gets that one to fall.
Good. So back to a 20-point lead here. like Hoops is going to drive the lane. That is good. So Babcock with the shot, off the mark. Tracked down by Feniger. Back to Hamilton. As Luck with the ball, just over 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Luck with the shot, off the backboard, no good.
But it goes out of bounds and stays the Gator ball.
Nice pass into Feniger. Shot's no good, and I think he's going to get called for the foul there.
Yeah, on that rebound, he just went up a little bit and went over the back as Panthers had pulled it down and over him.
Yeah, thanks to Levi Howard down on the floor getting close-up shots there. Good ball movement by Northern Potter. Stolen by Capel. Stolen back by Hotelling. Up off the glass, no good. Babcock tracks that down. And Coach Garzell wants to call a timeout and slow things down.
Kind of have a discussion about that. And we have our Port Allegany cheerleaders coming out. Lily Babcock, Ashlyn Baker, Alexis Bennett, Jersey Gamet, Lillian Reed, Mila Sienna, and Savannah Hart. Coached by Terry Austin and Alexis Reed.
All right, 1:34 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Port Allegany in the lead, 48-31 over the visiting Northern Potter Panthers. Varsity action getting ready to start immediately after this game. Are we going to do a new stream or are we just sticking on new stream? Okay, so this one's going to end and we're going to start a new stream.
I definitely see the Gators slowing the action down a little bit, kind of picking a shot with a minute and a half left in the game.
So picked off by Elmadollar. And he was fouled by Hoover, looks like. It's going to be the fourth team foul on the Gators. Next one puts them in the two-shot bonus.
And Julian Capel broke up the pass, and the Panthers tried to recover it, but stepped in the backcourt. Luck is trying to move it up, gets it over to Capel. Capel drives the center of the lane, has a give and go with Babcock, but he misses. It gets his own rebound over Luck over to Capel. Capel dishes to Feniger. Feniger tries to lay it up. No good. Gets his own rebound and then is able to complete it.
Nice. Thanks for picking me up there, Dan. I was over looking at the shots. So nice box out by Feniger, but Blake Risser tracks it down and puts the two-pointer in. About 30 seconds left to play.
Capel gets over to Hoover. Hoover drives baseline, doesn't like it, kicks it back to Luck. Luck drives and gets shoved, and an intentional flagrant foul is called against the Panthers.
So while we have a break here, we want to thank the Port Allegany School Board for allowing us to broadcast these contests. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the support of our superintendent, Gary Buxton. He's been a big supporter of the broadcast.
Luck is able to hit the first and second ones, and Gators will get that back, as that was a flagrant foul, which is a pretty actually serious foul. right up there with a technical.
Yeah.
With 22 left in the game. Capel looks like he's just going to try and draw it out a little bit. And the Gators are just reserving to hold on to it.
We don't want to see any fouls at this point. We almost did.
And that's the end of the game. We'll have the statistics hopefully here soon, or unofficial statistics by our friend, Dan Schott.
So Port Allegany junior varsity wins against Northern Potter 52-33. We're going to have to end this stream, and we're going to switch over to the varsity game. Our man Levi Howard on the floor is going to get some cool shots as the team trots out here for the game. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you over on the other feed. Thank you.